All right, welcome to another great episode of Get On Code, and our code is empowerment. Today, we got King and Queen episode, or maybe Queen and King episode, however you want to pull it. But welcome to another great episode of Get On Code. All right, welcome to Get On Code, the Fly Guy Show, which is a series of melanated conversations focused on empowerment, health, wealth, and knowledge of self.
People think in binary choices because they are conditioned to.
And on the wall was a picture of a wolf and a lion. I think the wolf was the Democratic Party, the lion was the Republicans.
But the drug trade and all these illegal stuff that people do, that's still economics. It's just that they couldn't do it in a traditional system.
We're talking about melanated wealth.
So we can build wealth, but we just, for some reason, don't seem to be able to transfer it.
You had a great experience. Fine. That means nothing.
What were you told as a child about education? You had to be how many times better?
Every impression without an expression becomes depression.
Word. So today's episode is about settling. And today we have with us our gorgeous author, Jay, who has the Great Manifesto not start.
Oh,
Stop
no.
after settling.
Yes.
And so we wanted to chat about the concept of Black people settling. I know that that's something that you're really kind of passionate about. You want us to stop settling.
Yes. I mean, just for the unhappy. That's all. Like, everyone be walking around booted up, tooted up, like with unhappy faces. And that's not what life is. Like, we're supposed to be having fun and whatnot. But I don't know. People aren't enjoying, in my opinion. Maybe they are behind closed doors. Maybe they're having, woo, woo. But yeah, no. I just want people to understand that they have a purpose. Like, I think a lot of people settle in a day-to-day system and they forget what they have in them already before anyone started telling them what they needed to do or had to do, or before they started thinking about bills and priorities. Like, they had something in them already. And what is it? Pull it out and give it to the people. Give the people your music, as Wayne Dyer calls it, your music. You can't die with your music. You got to, let that out. So,
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. And so that concept, that concern led you to writing a book.
Yeah, well, it was a lot going on. So, we had a whole little shutdown and we were at home. I had a lot of time. So, and I was processing a lot of things also with the world. And so I talk about that in the book, and just like how things were just blowing my mind. and yeah, I was angry. I can say was, because I'm not angry anymore. I don't feel like I am. I've started going to boxing and everything to release a lot of things, because I was just holding and carrying a lot of things that I didn't need to be carrying. And so when I wrote the book, I released a lot of that also. And through discipline and a lot of meditation, I've been doing good with a lot of things that I struggle with, as far as control and wanting to fix people and help people, and, oh no, you need me, let me come help you. So, like, I'm learning and I'm listening and I'm chilling. So,
Okay.
yeah.
How important is control for you then? I mean, have you always been a person that wasn't really kind of focused on control? And if so,
Controlling myself mainly, not other people. I just like to help other people, and in a sense that's control, because not always am I being asked for help. So that type of control. And working with kids made me, like, very, like, compassionate about, like, just circumstances. And yeah, I'm empathetic by nature, and so I just be wanting to help people. And I just, like, And not necessarily they're asking or saying, "Oh, can you help me?" It's just like, "Oh, I see something." I'm like, "Hey, do you want me to do this?" Or "I got this," or "Here, you can take that." And I don't need to necessarily do that. So
So you're processing, control, other things that haven't gone well. And while everybody else was overeating, like I did, over exercising, like I did for a short period of time, or binging Netflix or Hulu, you wrote a book.
yeah, I tapped in for a while. I never really got back on watching the movies and stuff like that, but the news, I definitely was intrigued by a lot that was going on. So I was watching, and that just caused me to worry about people and their choices, which is control, because I can't control people and their choices. So, yeah, I had to tap out of that again. And when I did that, that's when I was able to write my book. But, um, yeah. I did a lot. It was mainly self-healing, like, a lot of growth and development within myself, honestly. Just
All right, dive deep into that, man. Dive deep into that. Self-healing.
yeah. So, okay, I'm 36. So, I guess this is supposed to be like a transitional year anyways, as far as, spiritually. So, I've just been diving into myself. Look, diving deeper into myself and the things that I want to let go, my issues that I've been, proclaiming and out here, professing and owning and all that good stuff. I want to let some of those go because they're not good. And I know that. So I thought like last year was a year of, okay, you know better. So now it's time to do better. So like I stopped eating sugar, a bunch of oh my gosh, a bunch of like I lived off sugar for all of my life, like literally I really did. And so that was a big thing, big thing, and I lost a lot of weight, but it was good because now I feel great. Like I have the most energy I've ever had. I eat salads and green stuff. I was eating spinach early morning, like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Like I've been doing things that I never saw myself doing, but I'm enjoying myself doing. And I know that I need to be doing. So it's been great. Like awesome, really. Just feeling it all, really taking it all in. But yeah, the book definitely helped with that. Helped me release a lot of things. And I feel like, when people read this, mainly my family members and stuff, um, they'll know and understand me a little bit more because, family is family and they be trying and I love them dearly. My dad my dad looked through my book yesterday, and this morning I was like, what you think? And he was like, well, I didn't really, read it. I just glimpsed over it, you know. Even though when I was there yesterday, he asked me, well, where's the part? Like, pretty much asked me where his part is in the book. So I had to point out, some things to him, but he was funny because the only thing he could really tell me was, well, it just really shocked me that you use so much cursing in there. I said, well, that's how I talk, honestly, when I'm not around people who don't talk like that, Like, I respect people, like, I respect my elders, I respect definitely my parents. And my dad doesn't cuss. My mom never cussed in front of him, but my mom cussed. Like, so, I respect people and that's all. But this is that I talk like that. I do. I didn't cuss in front of my students. I didn't, I know how to not cuss. So, but when expressing myself, oh, yes, I was definitely going to cuss. Because, yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's allow you to express yourself. Why don't you read a segment? Like,
Oh my gosh.
What's your favorite segment from your book?
I don't know. How you ask
What was the
stuff
most
like
cathartic?
that?
The most cathartic?
Mm. Oh my gosh. Let me read the end. as far as the, the reasons for writing it. So in closing, understand that I wrote this for me. I started writing this while still living in my daydream. I didn't know I was going to be the first to benefit from the words the most. I needed this release. I needed to express myself in the best way that I know how, my written word. Because I mean it. I love people. I don't expect people to understand my love or actions, but I've never moved in a way for people to understand me until now. I share my words because they are my passion. I mean what I say. I love hard, and I'll share my healing journey if it means that it will aid in others to heal as well. I'm me, never been ashamed of who I am or where I came from. I've shared so many fragments of my story so many times over, so now it's all here. Not all, of course, because y'all just nosy, but it's enough for you to understand the path that my choices led me on. I don't regret them. I learned so much from them. Of course, the good choices have always felt better, but the not so good choices were just as needed. I needed to go through everything to get me to who I am today. I feel good. Each day is a new day to get it right, a new day to learn more, a new day to love more. I know the best is yet to come. I know that God has a plan for me that I've been ducking and dodging for so long, and I'm tired. I'm tired of running. I know that I can stand alone. I've done it many times over. I need to show myself just as much as I show to others just how much I love myself. I deserve it. You deserve it. Everyone deserves it. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Love. Keep yourself surrounded in and with love. If all that you have is love in you, then that's all that will come out. Don't believe the hype. Your thoughts are your thoughts to be had. You are the only one traveling on your journey. Don't allow the choices of someone else to dictate your journey. You have to walk that path, not them. Your choices are your choices. And if they are not supporting or trying to support it, you already read how I felt about that. Cut that shit off. I love you. Now for real, go be great and stop fucking settling. Stop fucking settling. And I kind of say that, but that was just a little closing. The end.
I can actually imagine you giving that as a speech in front of a room of people. Who would be in that room?
Oh, like as far as like what my friends and family and loved ones, everyone, like all my loved ones, all of them, because I feel like a lot of them settle for like, and they still have things to do and they still can do, but I just feel like purpose is everything, and if you aren't living and happy with what you're doing day to day, then I just feel like you're not walking in your purpose. Maybe, that's just me. But, I just always been a mover of my spirit. And when things don't feel good to my spirit or, my soul isn't singing and dancing like it should be, then I keep it moving because that's not what we're here for. We're not here to settle for, oh, I'll just, take this or I'll just be cool with this. No. I want to be happy. I want to be good. I want to be like, I ain't got a party, but like, because I'm always throwing my hands up like I be partying or something. But that's the only move I have, is my hands up. But I just feel like people should, be good. Everyone needs to be good. And by good, I mean feel good. Like, feel good.
What was the process of writing the book? I know it has chapters. Did the chapters
Yes.
all just fall in line, or
They
was there
really
a mastermind
did.
behind?
No,
Okay.
I didn't really set out because I'm impulsive with things anyways. That's why I started going to boxing so I can discipline my thoughts and my actions a little bit more. Stop just acting. But it's good that I go with things when I'm right with my mind. And I just wrote it. I wrote it on paper first, and because I like writing things on paper still, I'm old. And then I typed it up, and as I was typing it, of course, I added to it. And then I cut myself off because I didn't want it to be anything long because, people aren't reading long things anymore. And the generation that I do want to read it definitely is a younger, like 21 and up type crowd. like people who are starting out with things and may have a lot of people in their ear about what they should and shouldn't be doing. And they should understand that you okay, keep living your life and experiencing, take the advice, listen to them, and, you know, take the good with the bad, but understand that your walk is your walk and don't let anybody dictate that for you ever. Ever.
All right. So what's the title of chapter 1? And tell us about that chapter.
Well, issues is 1. So at the beginning, it says, me and my reflections, shadow work is everything. Take the time to learn about you, influences, principles, morals, ethics. Where did all those values come from? So I talk about just my issues first. And my main issue has been with systems. I don't and control. I told you that I don't do well with control. And in that sense, that goes with the systems. And I learned more about those systems through my reading of books, and starting with Sister Soldier, No Disrespect at 12, that kind of fucked me up. So that just had me angry at a lot of things for a lot of time, for a long time. And I had let a lot of things go, but then I started working for the public school system, like actually in my own classroom. Because when I was subbing, it was different. But when I was in my own classroom and learning just how, oh my gosh, the focus, honey, the focus. It's just, yeah, I just learned too much about the system, even more so. And that's where that anger came in, and those, you know, my issues per se with.
So you're not a fan of the school system?
No, I'm not. And I haven't been for a long, long time. But I felt that, you know, because I felt that my purpose is teaching, of course. My walk was to go into the classroom, and I went in the classroom when I started subbing. Oh my gosh. So I subbed my way through my undergraduate at ODU. Oh, I learned too much. I learned too much, and I saw too much. And I was in Virginia Beach School District. So Virginia Beach School District compared to Norfolk District, I always tell them the only thing that separates the two, in my opinion, are the parents and their due, like how they interact with the schools and how the schools interact with them. That's about it, because the kids and and their attitude towards as far as the learning goes and things of that nature. Oh yeah, that's I felt like that was the same across the board. And I was after 14 years. 8 years subbing and then 6 years in my own classroom. Yeah, no, the school system is terrible. I don't even want to I don't want to say, it's just, it's not a good place, because they're too focused on numbers and money and passing students through. I shouldn't get students in the 12th grade reading on 3rd grade level. Like the 9th and 10th and 11th grade teachers didn't even tell them, like, we got to go all the way back. And then that goes back to the parent also, because it does start in the house, and I never want to take it from the house. However, the school recognizes things and they see things and they just, hey, go ahead, pass that child. Pass that child. Pass it. Pass it. Get them on out of there. And they don't care. It's once, oh my gosh. And then the IEPs and the 504 plans and all those good things. And then the SPED teachers that don't have time to actually be in the classroom because all they're doing is filling out paperwork. Come on now. I had a SPED teacher the last 2 years that I had to split between bells, like between 2 classes. How's she going to be in 2 classes? How's she going to serve 2 sets of kids? I mean, I just, yeah, things like that. And the kids do need services. They do need extra help because they come so far along where they're dependent on help and assistance. I had a boy last year, 17, in the 10th grade, tell me that he was waiting on his mother to get his prescription for his Adderall. so that he could do work. Oh my goodness, my phone. I dropped my phone. Yeah. 17. Stuff
Now,
like
was that
that hurts
during
my heart. Like that hurts.
so how do we fix this?
I
How do
feel
we
like you
fix
got to
this?
take them home. I feel like we got to bring them home, or at least I have to either bring them home, or the parents have to be in the schools. They have to get in the schools and stay on the schools about servicing their kids and making sure their kids are actually getting their full attention as far as learning something, as opposed to just passing something. And it's a difference. And these kids are just passing through. And it's on a do mentality. Like if they do something, oh, okay, they did that, so they're good. But what have they learned this year? Like, what did they learn this school year? 13 years of education shouldn't equal out to what it's equaling out to. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
So
Chapter 2.
chapter 2, I believe that's about that's about time. I love my time. I give my time away a lot. However, I do love my time, and I am like, my time is my time. So I feel like people like feel obligated to do things because of traditions, or I don't know, family stuff, or whatever the case may be. Either way, your time is your time, and you don't have to be dishing it out all willy-nilly. You don't. And especially things that aren't good and aren't going to feed your soul or your spirit. Like, they're not going to make you feel good. And I'm really big on protecting your peace. So you don't have to give your time out to everything. Whew. And last year, I regained a lot of my time when we went home. And I was grateful for that. And that's why I was like, I don't know why people tripping. Oh my gosh, we're at home. Like, but I'm weird. I'm different. I'm different. So yeah, when I regained my time, it was like, oh my gosh, all the things that I want to do just flooded my head, and I just have a list of just everything. I just want to do so much. There's just so much that I could do. But yeah, so step by step. One thing at a time.
I'm getting the feeling that if I read this book, I'm going to end up becoming a better person.
It is. My editor and the person who printed the books, the little printing press, Stupid Press, they both told me like sweet things, like told me that it was like, it was helpful. And that's what I wanted to be, because I just want people to release shit. Like, just let that shit go. It's okay. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You can talk to my family. I don't be caring about nobody's opinion about anything, like anything. My mom will tell you first. My dad will tell you next. Like, I respect them to the utmost. But yeah, nah, they can tell me about something, and I need you to do this and come here and do. No, I'm not gonna do that. Like, nah, I'm gonna pass on that. And I'm okay with that. I don't hold nothing like. No, my mom has a habit of trying to plan your day, and honey, let's talk about this a couple days early or something. Let's plan something in advance, okay, Susan. But I love her. I love her, but she be moving fast. She be moving too fast for me, and I move a little slower than that.
All right, so we've been talking with the author of Stop Effing Settling. Show us the cover of the book. Yes. Nicki Minaj voice. No doubt, no doubt. So let's kind of bring it down to, how did you self-publish? Because a lot of us have books inside of us, but you self-published.
Yeah.
What was that
and
process?
I think people be amazed to see, like, the actual physical book, but it's not a difficult process, really. It was writing the book is the first step. Then the second step was getting someone to edit it. And then the third step was finding, a printing press, because you just have to print it after that. After those two steps in a cover, I did get someone to make me a cover, Alicia. I have to start writing down people's Instagrams and stuff. But yeah, so that, and what else?
And was it a long process?
No, not really. No, not at all. I want to say, when I sat down to seriously write my book, it took me, what's this month? July. So from April, May, June. So 3 months. Really like 2, because it was done. It was done in 2 months. The book was written in 2 months, and then the editing process and all that good stuff took another month. And then I had to send it to get printed. But I did the ebook. I put that on StreamYard, because that was like the easiest platform I saw. And I don't like Amazon. I'm sorry. I don't know if I should say that or not, but I don't.
You meant Smashwords, right? Or something like that. You put your ebook on Smashwords.
Yeah, Smashwords. But they distribute to Amazon. They do that. No. But Smashwords is where it is at. And that's it. I made some little business cards for them with the QR code up there to pass out, and I remember to put them in my pocket and stuff. That's it. And I share the link every now and then on the social medias, on Glowing Up Publications on Instagram. And I don't really share it on Instagram, but the link is available on Instagram on the bio. Glowing Up Publications LLC. GLONUP, because it's not, the regular glow. However, yeah. So it's not a long process, and that's why I'm like, write it. You got a book, write it. I've had, especially when you start talking to people, they're like, oh, I need to write a book. I'm like, yes, you do. Come on, write it. Come on, I'll help you publish it. Come on, right here. Bring it on over.
Did it cost a lot?
No, it doesn't cost a lot. It depends on how many books you want. It depends on, of course, the cover and the pages, the page amount, things of that nature. But no, it doesn't cost a lot. It doesn't.
All right.
You can sacrifice some things for
it. What's the sales process like? How hard is it to sell a book?
I don't know, because I honestly haven't been trying, and I think that bothers my family. I'm waiting on the physical copy so that I can, actually talk to people and pass them out and sell them that way. But the online, like, I share the link. Look, I share the link. I'm working on the marketing. Let's say that. Let's say that.
All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, we've been chatting with the author Jay with her new book, Stop Effing Settling. We talked about settling. We talked about the book process, the writing the book process. Hey, why don't we just kind of leave the viewers with a last bit of nugget? Give us another nugget from the book.
I feel like I just really want people to go back to love. Like, honestly, like, if I can just say one last thing, that would be the focus of everything. If people can return to love and loving themselves and loving each other and treating each other how they want to be treated, then that would be amazing. Just think of how the world would be. That's all. Everyone has a part to play. Just, let's do it. And it starts with you loving yourself, because like I read at the end, in the closing, like, if all you have in yourself is love, because you've been filling yourself up with love all this time, oh my gosh, loving on yourself, then that's all that's going to come out when people come up to you. Like, you can walk away from situations with no problem. You can protect your peace ahead of time. Like, things of that nature. It's just your intuition just becomes amazing when you surround and keep yourself in love. That's all.
That's what's up. All right, so the book is Stop Effing Settling. Author is Jay. The book is written for the purpose of you wanting to know more about me, think like me, feel like me, or believe like me. It is for you to figure out you, to understand you, to trust you, to love others. Love is needed. I can't stress it enough. And we love the book. We love what you're doing, Jay. Thanks for being on the Get On Code show.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me. You are so cool. Like, thank you for wanting to talk to
Salute
me
that.
and stuff. Look at you.
All right, y'all. Stop effing settling. Stop effing settling. Hey, learn the code, get on code, teach the code, live the code.
This show was brought to you by Positive Vibes Incorporated, our consulting services. We do credit fixes, we do tax resolution, we lend private money, and debt consolidation. So if you need some of these services, we're waiting here for you. Credit fixes, tax resolutions, private money, and debt consolidation. Make sure you call Positive Vibes Incorporated.